Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another top 5 video. Today's top 5 video is actually going to be Black Ops 3 Zombies, the top 5 worst camp spots in the entire game. This is going to go through all of the DLCs, but I want to put a little disclaimer here, or a little bit of information here in the intro, in the beginning of this video, that what to me defines a camp spot as being good is that you have an exit strategy and that you have a way out. The problem with a camping strategy as opposed to any other strategy is that ultimately you will become overrun, and so you will die. I mean, obviously that's why there's not been around 1 million, because eventually everyone always dies. So when the zombies do overrun you, you want to have a way out. And so this video is going to focus on not just leaving yourself a way out, but also popularity. So, I take both of those things into account in each segment of this top 5 video. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So coming in at our number 5 spot today is actually going to be the teleporter area, whether you're upstairs or downstairs in the Eisendrache map. I've seen many people, YouTubers and just, zombie lovers, zombie players, use this area, this, camp strategy. And you can do it with LMGs, you can do it with the Wonder Weapon bows, and certainly if you have the Thunder Bow, and you've got Double Pack-a-Punch, Dingo, or whatever, it's going to work for you for a while. But as you can see right here, if you don't have those things, if you don't have, a Wonder Weapon, things can get hectic pretty quick, especially with the boss Panzer on the map. But the fact is, though, is that the reason this is low on the list is because there is a way out, but the problem is that probably when you need it to be a way out, it's not going to work because of the goddamn rocket test. Coming in at number 4 is going to be the spawn area of Eisendrache. Now, you can see where I'm at in the gameplay here. There is a door on the left. I'm right by double tap is to my right. And this is a good strategy because that door on the left is closed. They won't spawn there, so they can only come from the front. And if you do get overwhelmed, potentially you could go out that door to the left. The problem, though, is that once you open that door to the left, it's no longer a camp spot because that door's been opened. If you camp anywhere else in the spawn, which there are a couple of other places I've seen people camp, you don't leave yourself any way out at all, and you're just going to get overrun and die. At least this one does leave you a way out, so you could do this until you do get overrun and have to open that door. But certainly once you do, you'll never want to come back here and camp again, at least not for that game. Now, how long that takes depends what weapons you've got and how many people are playing, I guess. And coming in at the number 3 spot is actually going to be the Pack-a-Punch area of Gorod Krovi. You may recognize this from pretty much anybody who's done a high round attempt on this map. This is where they've gone and done it, because really there's nowhere good to train on the map unless you're doing a whole map strategy. You might also recognize this area from the challenge that you have to do to get the Dragon Strike in the map. And the fact is that of all the camp spots in the map, this is probably the best one. Again, if you have an overpowered Wonder Weapon and how many players you've got, that have your back, and what gumballs you have. Really, camping is the only way to play this map because, like I say, there's no good training spots. And this is the best camp spot on the map, so it's no surprise that it's really popular. The problem, though, is just like with all camp spots that don't leave you a way out, eventually you're going to get overrun and die. And, so there you go. Plus, it's really popular, so that's why it's a little bit higher up on the list. And I just hate this fucking map in general. And coming in at number 2 is going to be the Pack-a-Punch area, this platform area in the map Derice or the Giant. Now, I don't know who decided that this was a good spot to camp. If somebody on YouTube did it and then it just spread like wildfire and everybody started doing it. But during the life cycle of Black Ops 3, I noticed many people doing this, whether it was in a solo game and this was their solo strategy, or they were playing co-op with 4 people and they decided they were going to camp right here. It makes absolutely no sense to camp right here. They can come from 3 different angles. You've got no way out. You've got very little room. you know, to between the zombies and you. So when you have to reload, and like you're seeing in the clip, you get, you know, tapped up by the zombies. It makes no sense to camp here. It's a terrible idea, and for some reason, it's weirdly popular. Now, taking our number one spot, you had to know when you're thinking about camping spots and you're thinking about not leaving yourself a way out and you're thinking about the most popular camping spots, the most used camping spots of all time, it has to be the catwalk of Derice, or the Giant. And obviously that's what you're seeing in the gameplay here is the Giant, Black Ops 3. But this catwalk strategy is, for most people, the only way that they know how to play this map. They literally don't know how to play it any other way than camping here. And you can camp on here solo to maybe the mid-30s, 40 if you're real good and you've got a good setup and you're lucky. If you've got 4 players, you can camp to maybe the mid-40s. I've never seen anybody camp here to more than 50 before they get overrun. And yet people have gone to 250 with no jug on this map. So that just gives you an idea there of how much better it is to train than camp. And really, camping's not a good strategy, and this is the most popular camping spot I've ever seen or heard of. And that's why it takes the number one spot on our list, because it's terrible without leaving yourself a way out, and it's the most popular, and it's the proof in the pudding that camping's not the way to go. But anyway, that's going to be it for the video, guys. If you did like the video, be sure and leave a like. Feel free to subscribe if you are new to my channel. And until my next video, I'll see you bye.